So welcome back to our channel, and as you know, we are doing a series on how to get over being shy in front of that camera. And if you've been feeling like I really need to get in front of that camera and grow my brand and grow my business, but I don't know what to say and I don't know what to do to make my audience engage, and I don't have a script, or how do I get going with that? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you all of the answers to what to say, how to get your audience engaged, and how to get started with that. So if that is something you are interested in, keep watching. Well, hello, awesome people, and welcome to our third video in our series on how to get over being shy in front of that camera. Now, if you didn't watch our first video and our second video, be sure and head and watch those here on my channel, because I talk about how I got over being shy in front of the camera, and now how I have done over 100 videos on YouTube, plus reels and other things. So get that pen and paper, because I want to give you a few tips on what I did to actually get started with actually starting my video and what to say. So we talked about in the first video on how to get started with your YouTube channel, or just getting over being shy in front of the camera. And I talked about equipment in the video. I talked about editing. I talked about the thumbnail. So be sure and watch those two videos. Now, today I want to talk about, well, what to say, what to do, and how to actually get in front of that camera. So what I did was, from my industry, I wrote down several topics that I could start my first 10 videos with. And you know, from the first video, I said I made like 50 videos and I deleted them. But that was a whole other video. So I wrote down 10, 12, maybe 15 topics from my industry. So you want to write down things from your industry. Of course, I'm an online marketing strategist, and I teach social media, I teach online marketing, I teach branding, and helping people learn how to grow their business, being a leader that they need to be. So on this channel, we are going to be talking more about my entrepreneur lifestyle, how to have an entrepreneur lifestyle, how to be the leader you need to be, and things like that as we move on. So I took all of those things that I know that I teach and that I do, and I know that my audience wants to know how to build their brand and how to build their business. They want to know how to navigate this entrepreneur lifestyle. They want to know how to do online marketing. So that's how I came up with my topics. And so you can come up with your topics. The thing about it is, for a YouTube channel, you don't just have to have one thing that you talk about on a YouTube channel. I like what Erin on Demand said, and you can go to her page. She is wonderful, and it's Erin on Demand, and she talks about layered marketing. And I really like that idea, meaning you can talk about on your channel the different areas that your ideal audience would be interested in. So I know that my ideal audience is interested in business, entrepreneurship, online marketing, social media, and things like that. So I'm having layered marketing. So that is something you can do. But you want to make sure you're talking to that one person. So that's what I started off doing. For me, when I get in front of the camera, I'm talking to one person, and that person represents the many. That person is a person who is trying to grow their brand. They're trying to grow their business. They want to get into maybe getting on camera because they know it builds trust. They are entrepreneurs. Some of them are side hustlers. Some of them are starting. Some of them are growing. And so all of my videos are geared toward that person who that person is pretty much me too. And so that person ultimately wants to have a profitable business, a successful business, bringing in money where they have financial freedom, time freedom, maybe want to leave their job in a year or 2 or 3. They want to have a legacy for their kids. All of those things, that's that one person, because we want more than just one thing. So that's why you actually can do layered marketing. But make sure everything you talk about is what your one ideal client would want to know. So that's how I came up with my topics. I also looked at other videos to get ideas for topics. I looked at Amazon books to get ideas for topics. I went to Instagram to get ideas for topics, but they were all geared around my ideal person and what my ideal person wants for their life. Okay, so that's how I picked it. So once I decided on that, I started with a video. So let's say, and it was a while back, and let's say at that time people were trying to figure out, how do I get on social media and how do I create content, or how do I build my brand? So I could make a video, a short video, and we talked about this in one of the videos, 13 minutes, 15 minutes. You don't want it to, it doesn't have to be too long, on how to use social media to grow your business. Okay, so let's say that that was what I picked, and I was going to do a video on how to use social media to grow your business. So what I would do is, and I'm from old school, I like the pen and paper. Of course, you could use your phone. I would write down 3, 4 to 5 tips on how I knew that people could use social media to grow their business. And that is what I started with. And so I would write down tip 1. One way to use social media to grow your business, to me, is to pick a platform where your ideal audience is. And let's say they're on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram. Then number 2, you want to learn everything you can about that platform. What's the algorithm? What are they like? You know, what kind of content you want to put up there, and, you know, the times and things like that. And then number 3, you want to know what to say. So you want to speak to people's pain points or their problems or their challenges. And so you can talk about how to build your business with social media in 3 days a week. Because one challenge is that people are busy and they don't have time to be on social media every day, right? So these are some things that I wrote down for the 3, 4 to 5 tips. I try to stick to 3, 4, or 5 tips when I do a video. And for me, it is not hard for me to remember what to say. But if it's hard for you to remember what to say, of course, you could get a teleprompter app or whatever, and it can just be giving you the words to say. Or you can have it on your phone, and you can, you know, say tip 1, then stop. Say tip 2, then stop. And then when you edit that out. For me, I just would go over my tips. I knew what I wanted to say, and I'm pretty good at remembering what I want to say because I do it every day. I'm in the trenches and I pretty much know. So I would get on video, and I would have my hook, my introduction, my hook, the middle, and the end. Now, if you've been watching me, you know now I have my dynamo board and I use it. And today, this video is being sponsored by our good partners and friends at T Lady Entertainment, because as you see, we got her balloon set up in the back. And so I'm doing my whole series with her balloon set up. So I would get in and I would give, at the beginning of my video, my hook could be a question, or my hook could be a statement. And it deals with the video, and it deals with their pain points or their problems. So I could start my video and say something like, have you been struggling with social media? Are you trying to figure out how to use social media to grow your business without being overwhelmed? Do you realize that you can actually build your brand on social media with just 3 days a week? You don't have to be every day. And so that would be my starting point of my video. And then for me, I normally say, if this is something you are interested in, keep watching. And so during the video time and the editing time, we'd have that part, and then we edit, and then we put in maybe a little clip of me. And then I would come back and say, for me, well, welcome, awesome people. Glad you're here. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about this. Let's dive in. So you want to get right to it, right? And then I would go into my tips. Okay. Sometimes I would use a board. Sometimes I would use a flip chart. Well, now I use my dynamo board. Sometimes I would have a slide come up, tip 1, tip 2. And that's how I would do that. So I would start my video with my hook. Then I would give my 3, 4, 5 tips. We would have scrolling across to subscribe. We want you to subscribe, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. And then I have an ending. And so for my ending, I would say, I hope you enjoyed these tips. And you can tell them what you're going to do another video on later at the end if you want. You can tell them if you have a lead magnet, something free to give away if you want. And I normally end my video with my saying, the secret sauce to your success is you. And so you have an ending. So you have a beginning, a meat, and the end. And that's pretty much it for that video. So that's how I would come up with my topics, come up with my script, That's how I would actually do my format of my script, with my hook, my meat, and my ending. And that's pretty much one way that you can make sure your message resonates with your audience. And so I like to say, at least if you can, one video a week, because YouTube recommends you and reward you for consistency. If you can do 2 a week, that's wonderful. But if that's too much for your schedule, 1 a week. And in one of the videos, I talked about batching, meaning when you do a video, you can do 2 at one time, or 3. That way you have 3 videos, that's 3 weeks. And so that's how I would do my actual video. And so I hope that these tips have helped you. Be sure and watch my other 2 videos in the series on getting started, equipment, thumbnails, all of that. But in the next video, I am going to talk about, now that you've gotten going and now that you're ready to move forward, we're going to talk about how to promote your video and how to start sending people to your channel. And I do want to talk a little bit more, because I have been talking about how to get over being shy, being yourself. I want to talk a little bit more about how I actually started feeling more comfortable with being in front of this camera. So I hope that these tips have helped you. And until next time, don't forget, the secret sauce to your success is you. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, leave comments. We love comments. We want to answer those. Helps our channel. And we will see you next time for the next video.